was a long, treacherous 3-minute journey across the seas, but we finally made it. Very quick process. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This island is looking even better. More peaceful, more quiet, more sand. Let's check it out. I think there's going to be a port fee again. So just like Gili T, once you get off the boat and into the port, there's people waiting with the horse and carriage. There's a set price here, looks like, of 125,000 rupiah. Even though our hotel is pretty close, it's actually deeper sand here, and I think dragging the suitcases through it would be a bit of a struggle, and in the heat, not very nice, right? So plus you're helping the economy here on the island when you're paying for things, and so, and you're on a holiday. So 125,000 is like $12. Not the end of the world. This island already feels quiet. Say hi, Kate.
Hey.
We just got to the hotel, and because we literally booked this room like 30 minutes ago before we left the hotel, things aren't quite ready yet, so they're just getting everything prepared. Every time you enter a hotel here, they give you a fresh towel just to kind of cool off. It's actually cold instead of hot, so it's kind of nice. You can give your hands or your face a rinse, and the hotel just looks amazing.
Welcome drink.
Lime ginger honey, sounds good.
Yes, and some gloves. Little bit.
Gloves?
Yeah.
Ah, nice, okay. Yeah. Thank you. So, cheers to Gili Meno. Enak sekali. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm learning, you know, it's All right, guys, so we just checked in. This is Seri Hotel, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, S-E-R-I. Originally, we had booked a regular oceanfront or ocean view, sea view room in their main building, so not their higher tier room. But when we arrived, they offered to upgrade. I'm not sure if it's because they saw a camera and knew that I would be possibly posting this online. But nonetheless, I appreciate it and we'll take it. So the beach itself, or sorry, the hotel itself is directly on the beach. Literally 200 yards, as you can see in front of you, or sorry, behind me right now. The sand here is just immaculate. It's white, powdery sand. There is not so many corals here as there was on Gili T, and even the water looks like it's easy to access by foot without having to use water shoes, so that'll be really nice. There are still some rocks in there, but it looks a lot more clear than what we had seen on the other island. And this is directly on Turtle Point, so there's supposed to be a lot of turtles in this area. I'm told mostly in the morning when there is high tide is the best time, so probably tomorrow morning I'll go and check that out. I'll probably check it out this afternoon as well, but if I don't find any, then I'll be having a look tomorrow morning as well. The hotel is very nice. It looks smaller from the outside, but it's actually pretty big. They've got looks like 2 different buildings plus a variety of bungalows. So let's go and take a look. The hotel has a good sized swimming pool and selection of seating and sunbeds. If you're feeling thirsty, there's a bar right on the beach. And if you want to get active, you can try your hand at a game of volleyball or rent kayaks and snorkel gear for an additional fee. So there's a few rows of bungalows, and then just behind the bungalows there's 2 separate buildings, kind of just like their main hotel buildings. In between, it looks like there's actually a little garden. I don't know if they grow some of their own vegetables for the restaurant here. I would assume that's what it's for. I don't see any veggies on them, but I think some of them are probably tomato plants. I'm not a horticulturist, so I'm not exactly sure. There's also a little boutique building. Looks like you can get some clothing, some swimsuits. I think it's for the ladies. Looks like mostly ladies stuff in there. And then I also see a pool table, so maybe there's a a few table games to play as well if you're looking for something to do in the evening. I also saw there was a walkway heading behind these buildings here, so because I'm a little bit curious, I'm going to go and snoop around. Oh, some more vegetables here. I see tomatoes, eggplants, and I think some peppers. Tomatoes, eggplants, and I think some peppers. I lied. This is what I saw, but it's actually, I'm on the main, there's a road here. This is the main pathway I think that we came in on, so I believe that's actually another property, so I won't go and poke around there right now. So that's about it for the property. Really calm here, really quiet. It'll be really nice just to be able to wake up and walk straight out to the beach. Let's go check out the room and then get changed and probably go for a swim. Out front of the bungalow is a seating area with some nice cushions, so if you want to sit outside and have a beer and just watch the sea, you can do that. As you step inside, there's a king-size bed, so lots of room to spread out. The room comes with a little mini fridge, so if you want to put your beverages in there. It also comes with some beverages, but there is a cost for those as well. And a little mini TV if you need to watch TV on your vacation. I haven't turned it on, so I can't tell you if there's any actual channels. There's a pretty big storage area here, so if you're wanting to spread out your stuff, if you're here for more than a few days, you can do that as well. And then we step down into a pretty large washroom. So behind me is actually a toilet around this wall. And then on this side is the shower behind this wall. There's no doors on those, but there is a door right here before you come into this area. So if you need some privacy, I guess that's the one that you need to close. And that's about it. Nice little bungalow, pretty spacious. There's a little bit of a strange citronella type smell, I think, in here. So I'm not sure if that's air freshener or if they're trying to deter mosquitoes. I've read that this island has a really big mosquito problem. So something to keep in mind. Bring some bug spray and just be prepared for that. I haven't had any problems yet. I did see a couple on the other island, but no major bug bites or anything like that. So anyways, that's it, guys. That's it for the hotel. We are going to get changed right now and hit the beach. So we'll see you out there. My wife says I'm not romantic, but I found this flower. And it's beautiful, just like she is.
Cute. So nice. So nice. Very romantic.
She can't say I'm not romantic anymore.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah. The main building here is 3 stories by the looks of it, and I think breakfast is served on the 2nd floor. Downstairs is the reception and bar, and then there's the pool right out front. Nobody's here. There's like
Wild.
I think there's like 5 other guests I've seen here, and nobody's on the beach. Kind of feels like we have our own private island.
But we have to explore.
Yeah. The hotel we're staying at, when we arrived, they told us that they were going to be spraying for mosquitoes at 5:30, and at about 5:05 we heard them firing the machines up, so they started early. So we just grabbed everything and jumped out of the room, locked up real quick, and ran off. Luckily Kate has some money, so we're gonna go eat supper, but nonetheless not very happy about that in general.
It's just a little bit early, right?
Yeah. So the rooms, like on the bungalows, like the doors aren't perfectly sealed. There's like, you know, gaps in them. So, anyways.
We'll be away for a few hours.
We'll air it out when we get back, but just crazy. Like they just start blasting poison everywhere. Anyways, let's enjoy. I feel bad for the guys doing it because they're just wearing like regular medical masks. It's kind of silly. So we're walking back towards the port right now, and gonna go find something to eat, check out the area a little bit, and see what's happening in Gili Meno. So we're walking towards the middle of the island now. There's a warung restaurant that Kate read about with some good reviews called Tip of the Tongue Warung, so we're going in to check that out. The scenery here is a lot different than on Gili T, so it's really more of a local feeling, not so many tourists. Having a close look at their land, like chickens running around, really very basic structures. Cool. Like, there's just like houses with little shops kind of built into another building on the property, just in places where you wouldn't expect it. It looks like this is a laundry service here. So you can bring clothes. I'm not sure if it's just for locals. I assume everybody can bring their clothes, and they have a washing machine outside. We walked through the center of the island towards the warung that we were going to go to, but in the end we decided to head to, I think it's called Bask Gili. It's one of the bigger hotels on the west side of the island, and it looks like they have a really nice hotel there. So we saw the menu, it looks good, a little bit more pricey, but I think it'll be worth it. So hello. So right now we are just walking around the north side of the island. It says it's about a 24 minute walk, but we get to explore a little bit too. So that place looks nice actually. Cool. Check out this, somebody's got a nice, really nice garden they spend a lot of time on, obviously. Hello. The bugs, the mosquitoes here are just horrendous. Bring your bug spray. We just went back to the hotel to pick ours up. It's some natural stuff, so we're hoping that it works. We'll find out pretty quick here. Kate's already got a bunch of bites on her. Let me show your back, Kate. Stop for a second. There's two. Yeah.
Fine.
On your leg, yeah. Hi. We were warned about it, but it is a lot more than we expected. Bask is on a whole other level when it comes to accommodations on the Gili Islands, and not just for their stunning villas, but also the amenities and dining options. The furniture and decor gave me a luxury mid-century modern vibe. There's a massive, wide-open kitchen with a beautiful stone oven and plenty of comfortable seating options with gorgeous sea views. While recording, the sommelier noticed and offered me an unexpected tour of the kitchen.
Hello everyone, I'm Manu, the sommelier here at Bask in Gili Meno. I'm here with Nick, showing him our kitchen. Here we have the dry ager, where we have the salmon aging to get to the maximum maximum concentration of flavors and aromas. And then also we have the various steaks here. We have like the lower part is where it just arrives inside and then it goes up. Means that it's aging and more. If you want to come with me, follow me, Nick.
Sure.
I'll show you something you haven't seen in a long time.
Ah, nice wine room.
We have a proper wine cellar here as well.
Wow.
Look at all this here.
Very nice.
It's the very best wine cellar of the entire Lombok province here.
I believe it.
More than 140 different labels available, and we have wines from all around the world.
Very nice.
All the major grape varieties and grape or wine styles are represented at different price points and of course different quality. Like there's no mediocre wine allowed in this wine cellar.
I believe it.
So the cheapest wine is 120,000 rupiah, which is like $8 for a glass.
Yeah.
But you have like a very, very good Chardonnay or Sauvignon Blanc or Merlot for that price. But if you want to spend a little bit more, I can give you perfect Shiraz, perfect Merlot, the best Malbec of South America. We have very many like unknown winemakers and unknown wine regions. Like this is a very small area in Spain only 7 villages. It's on the border with Galicia in northwest Spain, where they produce a particular red grape variety called Mencia, and it's like a Pinot Noir but on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Or if you know your Spanish wines, we have like Reserva, Gran Reserva. That's the popularity of Spanish wines is that it has aged. There are specific rules and regulations. Like a Reserva has aged for minimum 3 years in oak barrels before they are bottled, and then they have to age again, and then they can only be sold. So many times you see Quinto Año is on the 5th year that this wine has been held by the winemaker, then only it's sold to the market.
Okay.
And the Gran Reserva is minimum 5 years by law.
5 years by law,
Yes.
okay.
And then we have here also Valbuena. Vega Sicilia is the most popular or the most famous winemaker of Spain.
Very nice.
Yeah, so for people who come from Australia, we have a lot of European wine offer. And for the European guests who come here, we have a lot of New World wines too, like from New Zealand, from California, from Oregon. We have wines from Germany, like in the Riesling. You can do the tour around the world just by drinking Riesling if you want.
Yeah. It's
And the same
interesting.
with Cabernet Sauvignon from 6-7 countries. Shiraz, there are 2 main styles. Shiraz in Europe is more fresh, I would say more fruitier, while the Shiraz in Australia, you make like very masculine, powerful Shiraz wines.
Yeah,
More peppery and more smack in your face when you drink it.
for sure.
So there's something for everyone here.
Great collection.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very
Today we
nice.
had a group of friends having a fun party. So that's the leftovers. They had 4 double magnums and 1 magnum of rosé.
Okay.
By the pool.
Very nice.
So and this particular winery is from Brad Pitt. So
Oh, is that right?
yeah, the Studio Miraval.
It's
owned
his
by
winery?
It's owned by Brad Pitt.
Oh, I didn't know he had one.
Yeah, he had one.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, very nice.
We have nothing to hide here.
Yeah,
Because the
it's-
kitchen is clean, and our chef is from the UK, so he's very maniac on cleanliness. The ladies are working in the pastry. They also make fresh bread every day. They make the buns for the burgers. We make our desserts here, gelato as well. Then here, this is where the fish is deboned and cleaned. Hot station, salad station, ice creams, gelato, coffee. And then we have the Neapolitan oven.
The best part.
Yeah. 1,700 kilograms of lava stone inside. So
It's very nice.
the advantage of having the oven in a high igloo shape is that it diffuses the heat evenly everywhere. And the lava stone retains, so the temperature inside is around 320 degrees.
It's
So
amazing.
it's down to just calculating on your watch. It's 90 seconds and the pizza is done.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
perfect.
this is the most amazing hotel, restaurant, resort I've seen so far in Indonesia. So, yeah, very
You have
nice.
a training for the cheese. We have all the cheeses here. All the cheese and salami that we are using.
Very nice.
So,
Manuel,
see you anytime.
thank you very much for the tour.
welcome.
I appreciate
Pleasure,
it.
Nick.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome.
So Manuel was nice enough to take me to the back and show me the restaurant as they were preparing the food. The kitchen is just extremely clean, pristine, just like everything else is on this resort. And the food just looks amazing. So as you can see, Kate's already enjoying it, and I'm about to dig in myself. So bon appetit. So we just finished eating our meal at Bask Beach Resort, and it was just amazing. Really good atmosphere, delicious food, nice people. Highly recommend if you're on Gili Meno, at least go to Bask for a meal, a drink, whatever. They said it's open to the public if you want to go to the beach during the day. Just high quality all around. Really enjoyed it. So anyways, time to go for the night, and more exploring tomorrow. See you guys later. Good morning from Gili Meno. Check out the view from this room here as you wake up. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but you can see the sea from here. It's really nice. 8:30 in the morning and it's already extremely hot. We're gonna go check out the buffet here at Seri Resort. So the breakfast is served up here on the second floor. It's completely empty right now. It's not a buffet breakfast. It's just order your choice of dish. There was 4 or 5 dishes. So Kate got one of the more traditional, like nasi goreng, I think it is, like a rice dish with veggies and an egg. And then I've got like a granola yogurt fruit type bowl probably coming. So nice little area up here. They've got all the blinds down behind us to keep the sun out. There's nobody up here, so I think it's again the off season, and we're a little bit late. Maybe everybody else ate early, but we're gonna eat breakfast and then go explore this island. I just walked up to the top floor here, like just above where we're eating breakfast, and they have this nice little lounge area. I saw a sign calling it the Shisha Lounge, so maybe they have like hookahs that you can use in the evening, but could be a nice place to have a drink and just enjoy this beautiful view right here. So breakfast looks really good, some nice fresh fruits. It's a la carte now. They don't have a buffet because it's the off season, but they said normally there would be a buffet, so just pick your own meals. Kate got nasi goreng, I think it's called. It's like a rice dish with fried egg and some fresh veggies. I've got a yogurt and granola, fresh fruit, and they brought us another plate of fresh fruit as well, which is super nice. So time to eat and go exploring. So we decided today to walk kind of clockwise from our hotel towards the port. So we just passed the port, and it's quite similar to Gili Tea, where there's some shops, warangs, little tiny places to sit and have a coffee or grab a snack. But it's definitely more quiet than Gili Tea, quite noticeably. And a lot more sand, a lot more beach. On the island here they have a turtle preservation. And basically they will keep baby turtles until they're a little bit stronger and then release them into the wild. And it just helps the success rate of survival for them. So I saw something similar in Cuba, actually. So if they see the eggs on the beach, or they find where the turtles have laid the eggs, they'll actually relocate the eggs to somewhere safe so that birds can't get to them. Once the turtles hatch, they'll maybe keep them for a few days and then release them. And usually they'll let tourists pay a little bit of money to bring them down to the beach and release them. You need to make sure that you put some of like the sand on your hands and release them into the sand, because they remember, I think, the beach that they came from, if I'm not mistaken, based on the smell of the sand. Anyways, that's what I was told. So something like that. I could be way off. But they have turtles here as well. They're actually quite big, I think. So I'm not sure if they keep them here longer than what I saw in Cuba. And right here, yeah, so they do have nests here as well, that they've got a little bit of a net over top of, so to protect them as well. So they must be doing the same thing here. I just wanted to stop and show you guys this because it's not the first time that I've seen it. I'm just walking down the pathway and I hear this like buzzing sound, and it's the buzzing of electrical wires. And as you can see right here, there's an electrical wire that literally goes as low as my shoulder over here. So you want to be careful if you're walking around, especially if you're walking around at nighttime. It's not going to be a pleasant experience if you bump into that, I don't think. Another thing to be prepared for is the amount of garbage that you're going to see on these islands, and kind of just in Indonesia in general so far, I've noticed, but especially on the islands. I don't think that they have a proper waste disposal system. I've read that in the middle of Gili Trawangan, there's actually just a mountain of garbage that they just keep out of sight from the tourists. But if you see on the ground behind me here, there's just remnants of old flip-flops and styrofoam and all sorts of different scraps of garbage. So not the first time I've seen this. I didn't point it out in other spots, but just to give you guys a heads up, it's very common here. We're on the southeast side of the island now. It was getting a little bit hot, so we decided to stop for a coconut. It was funny because the place right next door was selling coconuts for $45,000, and then the shop that we went to, literally the next one, is $25,000. So we're just lounging on a beach bed here, waiting for the coconuts. It's kind of right across from Gili Trawangan, so you can see the view here. That's where we were the other day. So the islands are really close together. This is a non-paid for promotion. Green Beaver sunscreen, best of the best. This stuff uses just pure natural minerals. There's no chemicals in this, and it's good for reefs. You can find it at like Superstore, HomeSense, Winners, Whole Foods. You can get different SPFs. The 50 goes on pretty thick, but we usually get like a 50 for the first couple days and then tone it down to something a little bit less once you get a bit of a base tan. But
For the first few days you need.
stop spraying chemicals on yourself and polluting the water. Be a good person. So I saw a few interesting things today snorkeling. When I was walking out here, just in the shallow, there was a reef shark that did a bit of a circle around me. Really small one. It was only about 1.5 feet long, I think. And it didn't really want to have anything to do with me. I was still standing, so I tried using my GoPro to get a video. I haven't checked it yet, but I doubt that it was visible because of the reflection, and it was quite far away. So. And then I finally found a sea turtle, but as soon as I found it, one of the tour boats also noticed, and everybody came over and started bumping into me and getting in the way, and it was impossible to get some nice photos. And unfortunately my GoPro somehow switched to time warp mode and the screen went vertically, so the video is really strange. I'm not sure if it's going to be usable, but we'll see. Anyways, nice area here just on the southwest side of the island in front of Sunset Bar and Restaurant. So if you want to see some good sea life, this is a good spot to swing by. Grab yourself a coconut and enjoy. Oh, and also when Kate was walking out, she saw a moray eel in the water, so it freaked her out. She came running back in. I didn't get to see one. I've seen them in other places. I don't think that they'll come after you personally. Usually they're looking for smaller fish. If you throw like some dead fish parts in there, like a fish head or something, they'll find it pretty quickly, but I don't think they're going to bite your feet or anything like that. But she saw it 2 times, and that was enough for her to get out of the water. So anyways, we are going to pay here for our coconuts and head further down the beach. There is another snorkeling spot in front of the Bask Beach Resort where they've put like these statues in the water, kind of a tourist trap. Like there's already a bunch of boats out there. It's another busy spot, but people go there just for photos. So I may go just for a look and see what that's all about, and take a video if it's not too crowded. So let's go. All right, I'm sorry guys, I am not going to go out and see those underwater statues. There's just way too many boats of tourists out there right now, and I'm not into fighting the crowds for an image with 20 people in the picture. It doesn't make any sense, right? So I'm right in front of the Bask Hotel right now. So if you want to find it, that's where you're going to go. It's on the very center, kind of west side of the island, and you can see out here how many tourists are here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boats out there. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, at least 20 people in the water right now. It's too crowded for me. I'm not into it. It's not even natural. So if it was like some historic thing, you know, it's a different story, but throw some statues in the water. It's not that special. So anyways, that's where it is if you want to check it out. Not for us at the moment. We might do it snorkeling tour. We'll see if Kate's up to it. Anyways, bye-bye. I'm up at the kind of northwest side of the island here, in front of a hotel called Meno House, which looks just extremely nice, by the way. We actually wanted to stay there, but it was fully booked, but I would definitely recommend checking out that place and seeing if it's available if you're coming here. The hotel looks nice, the beach in front is nice here, and it seems like a kind of quieter area of the island. So I went snorkeling and I finally found sea turtles. I actually saw a bright blue starfish as well. And then out near where the reef kind of drops off into the deeper end. Hi guys. Whoa. A couple of kids with a very big horse. Yeah, so out towards where the reef kind of drops off is kind of where the turtles are. What I've noticed from today, like in the other area and here. So I was actually about to head back in and I saw one and it was just massive. Like I would say close to 1.5 meters in length. It came right up to me. It didn't mind me being around. Got some really nice video. There was another one as well that was a bit smaller, maybe just over 2 feet. And yeah, just amazing. The bigger one had these like other fish attached to it. Some kind of sucker fish maybe. Anyways, check out the video. So nice. Today for supper we decided to stop at Bubbles Bar and Restaurant. It had really good reviews online, and I have to say that I'm completely surprised by the presentation of the dishes. Looks just fantastic and ready to dig in. What'd you get, Kate?
Burrito.
Kate got an eggplant burrito with fries, and I've got some spiced beef bowl with quinoa and so many other ingredients. I can't even remember.
Looks yummy.
Looks good, yeah.
Let's try.
Bon appetit. We just finished eating at the Bubbles restaurant, and the meal was just delicious. So good, so good, so much flavor. I don't know. Fresh ingredients. Just the combination of ingredients that they use. At first, I was unsure of, but the best so far. I think that I've had for sure on the Gili Islands. So 100%, if you're looking for a place to eat on Gili Meno, that's where you go. And now we're going to bed. Morning guys, just finished breakfast here. It's our last day on Gili Meno, so just wanted to do another quick summary about the island and the hotel that we stayed at. On the island, I'll say that it's very small. It's the smallest of the 3 Gili Islands. Easy to make your way around. I'm not sure I'd recommend renting a bike here because there is very little paved section. I think it's 98% sand. So if you rented like a fat bike, which I did see in some rental areas, you might be okay. But if you're renting something with regular narrow tires, you're gonna have a bit of trouble, I think, cycling around. So we just walked everywhere. It takes 25 minutes to go around half the island, and double that to make it around the whole thing probably. It's quiet, much more quiet here than it is on Gili T. So more relaxing and peaceful, but definitely less amenities. So most of the island has nice beaches. I would say there's more beach area here than there was on Gili T. The south side of the island, I would say, has the worst option for beaches, and it's the least developed. If you are looking basically anywhere, so ignore the south side, the bottom of the island, and anywhere up like this, you're going to have good hotels and decent beach. I think there's a bigger reef area on the west side than there is on the east side. We're on the east side right now, so but either way you'll have access to the water, and if there's more reef you get better sea life for snorkeling, so it's kind of whatever you want to do, right? Mosquitoes here are bad. Bring bug spray and be prepared for that. So mostly at nighttime, and mostly if you're headed towards the inside of the island, it'll get worse, but definitely more mosquitoes here than on Gili T. As for the hotel, I would say that the location's good. Again, quiet, large beach. Breakfast options were similar to what we've seen at the other 2 hotels, so you get options between your kind of Western, eggs style breakfast, or you can choose the traditional like mee goreng or nasi goreng, which is either like rice or noodles, kind of with like fried veggies and an egg on top. And then they always have like kind of like a yogurt granola type of fruit bowl. So I've seen that at all 3 places so far. So for the room itself and the hotel itself, the hotel's nice. The location's amazing, right on the beach. Literally waking up and you can walk 150 feet and you're at the water. So really nice. The main building looks nice. The pool, can't comment, don't use them. The rooms themselves, like most things, I think could use a bit of an update. Spacious. If we're talking about like Western standards of hotels, there'd be a lot of complaints, I think, but for the Gili Islands, I would say this is kind of like a mediocre kind of option for hotels. Like there's worse options, and then there's more luxury options. So I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more cleanliness in some areas, but in general, pretty good place to stay. I'd recommend it for somebody that's kind of on a bit of a budget, and trying to get the most out of their money for their travel time, right? So, I mean, we paid 60 something bucks a night here, whereas the high end, the top resort here, Bask, is like 600 and something a night. So you could spend 10 nights here, or you can spend 1 night there, right? So you have different options, and it's going to depend on your finances and what you're willing to spend. So anyways, all in all, nice time. We did 2 nights. I think it was more than enough for this island. We like to have like a full day to explore, so we got that, and we're just packing up now. It's 10 a.m. Checkout's at 11. We still haven't booked our next hotel on Gili Air, which is where we're heading next, so we're gonna just finish up packing real quick here, find something and book it. There's a lot more options on that island. Head down to the port and head over that way. So I'll update you guys once we get to the port on the pricing and stuff like that. So see you guys over there. This is our boat pulling up, the public transport boat. They run every hour, I believe. Same one that we took over from Gili Trawangan. Let's go. This is the Ekajaya boat, the biggest one I think that you can rent or pay for transport. They've got a rooftop patio on there, but their timings for departures are very limited right now, at least in the rainy season. See you later, Gili Meno. The boat to Gili Air was the same style as the one from Gili T, and the same price as well, 170,000 rupiah. Gili Air is just a stone's throw from Gili Meno, so the ride was quick, painless, and we were at the port in no time. That's all for this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, and if you got any value or enjoyment from this video, then please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.